Well, the budget is tight, so let's plan for Christmas right. Over on Instagram this past week, I put a little box asking what would be most helpful for you guys this coming holiday season. And you guys really shot over some great just ideas and questions of things that you needed help with. The number one thing was how to have a nice and elegant Christmas, but on a budget. So that's part of what we're gonna do today is plan, because as you know, here before long, it's gonna be time to start decorating, Christmas shopping, unless you already have some of your Christmas shopping done. But there's just so many things that if you plan ahead, you can save money. And I hope to give you some great ideas in a whole bunch of different areas today. And also talk about some upcoming videos that we're gonna be doing that will really focus in on specific things that you guys are wanting help with. So let's move right into one of the first questions that someone asked me that really touched my heart. I really thought, wow, that is just a really great question and something that I'd like to address. So I don't know if it's time for you to get a new Christmas tree or not, but we don't want to spend tons of money on a Christmas tree. So I'm going to insert here some great options for you and to make sure that you keep your eyes open for the best sales on the best looking trees and you feel like you get more for your money. You do not need to spend $800-900 on a beautiful Christmas tree when you can spend a lot less. Even local stores like Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, they all have really beautiful trees. Some of them have even went viral. But what touched my heart about the actual question that I got was, what about tree ideas for seniors that live alone or a senior couple that, it's just the two of them? Because that's really difficult to go dragging out a 6-7 foot tree, putting that up. That really at a certain age starts to become just more than you really want to do. So one of the things that I recommend that I've seen several different people in my family and friends do as they have gotten older are getting the smaller trees where you can get just like a 2 foot or a 3 foot tree, and then they put it on if you have a buffet or some type of TV stand, and they just put that there, and then it's easy to decorate. It's right there, and it's just a really great solution and still makes you feel like you're decorating for the holidays because you're gonna have family come over. Nobody wants to be the Grinch. So it's also fun if you can just put it on a little table like that, because then you can set presents around, they can come down. It's just a really great idea. Now, last year for my elderly neighbor across the street, who happens to be 92 years old, we just took over one of those really cute vintage looking ceramic Christmas trees and put it, and that just made him feel like he was doing something decorative for Christmas. You just don't have to be crazy about it. And then one of the final solutions that you can do for a senior couple is you can always volunteer to go and help them. Sometimes Grandma and Grandpa would love for you to come over and help decorate the tree. Maybe you want to be the one that gets it out of the basement or the garage or the attic and really help them to decorate it, and most of all, make memories. When you're planning for Christmas and you're on a tight budget, I think that one of the first things that you should do is make a list of what is the highest priority for you that you must have during Christmas. If I were to list mine, I have traditions that we do, gifts for my family, my kids and my grandkids. Then I want to make sure that I have no debt. I don't want to in January have buying regrets. And then on top of that, I have food traditions that I love to do. And then of course, I also have decorating traditions. So I put those in the order of what's the highest priority for myself. So knowing your priorities will make a world of difference on having the type of Christmas that you want and making it a happy joyfulness, but on your budget. One of the things that we can all plan for the upcoming holiday season is to take care of our mental health. I'd like to give a big shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. One of the things that I feel like as we're coming into the holiday season is our mental health can really take a toll on our everyday life. For me personally, doing therapy through BetterHelp has significantly changed my outlook on life. As you guys all know, when you're a caregiver and you're constantly taking care of someone else, sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. And BetterHelp has been there for me to help me really see what I need to do personally to keep myself a priority just as much as I'm keeping Jason a priority and keeping him well. So I felt intimidated the first time that I was going to go to therapy because, I feel like sometimes talking to a stranger can be difficult, but I've actually learned that it is such a blessing for me. One, I get to do it from the comfort of my own home. I don't have the luxury to just leave and get in the car and be gone for a long time and that type of thing. So it was really easy with BetterHelp to go online and get matched with a therapist. And I'm going to let you know something right off the bat. If you don't vibe with your therapist, it's really easy to change. It's not like when you're going to see someone in person and then suddenly you're just ghosting them and you don't want to go there anymore. With BetterHelp, it's super easy to find a therapist that really, connects with you and what you're needing. I think one of the misconceptions about doing therapy is that you think that you have to have a clinical diagnosis of depression or anxiety in order to benefit, and that's just not true. I don't have either one of those, and I benefit greatly because it's really nice to get an outside perspective. And one of the things that's positively changed my attitude towards everything is learning to focus on the good. And my therapist has really helped me to change my perspective and, gave me ideas of how to, you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to focus on the good. No, she gave me goals and attainable steps on how to do that. I can't even begin to tell you how well I have benefited from that. BetterHelp has a goal to help you feel like starting therapy can be easy, which it is. Like I said earlier, you go online, you fill out a questionnaire, and you'll be matched within a couple days. If you're struggling and feel like you would benefit from a therapy session, head down to the link in my description box or go over to betterhelp.com/acharmingabode and you will receive 10% off your first therapy session. And thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. One of the ways that you could save money on your budget is thinking about ways where you can find spare money. So for me personally, I've been decluttering, and so I have a lot of items that I could be selling and that type of thing to make some extra money. And then think about your grocery purchases. A lot of times we walk through the grocery store and we put things into our cart that we don't necessarily need. So think about your purchases that you're making and how you could save dollars here and there. Maybe order your groceries online, because then you're going to get online and only get what you need, and then just pick them up at the store, and then it takes away that, urge to buy those things in the store that, ooh, that looks good, I think I need that. So these are just little things that you can do to help tweak your budget, and then that way you'll have even more money set aside. One of the things that Jason and I do a lot of years is we cut out giving gifts to each other. Now, I know that might seem very bah humbug, but Jason and I don't really need to buy each other gifts. If we want something or need something, we can purchase it ourselves. Yes, it's fun to get spoiled, but at our age, it's really way more fun to spoil others. And so having that in the plan, knowing that we don't have to purchase for each other, saves a large portion of the budget. Think about people that you buy for, like, say, depending on how old you are, your parents. My parents are no longer here, but we have Jason's parents to buy for. And you get to a certain age where you just don't want a bunch of stuff. So get creative, maybe do something DIY, maybe something that that they would actually use, and do that type of thing to where you can really save on your budget. Don't waste a bunch of money on things that sometimes the elderly do not want. And so keep that in mind also when you're planning your budget. My dog decided to start barking now. Okay, try to ignore her.
You're gonna help us save money for Christmas, huh?
One of my favorite suggestions is go on Facebook and find the Buy Nothing groups. Here in my local area, there's the Buy Nothing, and it's like my town name, and they are fantastic. I utilize it because I put all kinds of stuff on there when I'm decluttering, and people give away some really great items. These are things that you could get and make over. They're free. When it says Buy Nothing, they're completely free. So utilize a Buy Nothing on Facebook. Check those out. They're awesome. And also utilize Facebook Marketplace, because sometimes you can get some really great items on a steal. So be sure to look for that. And of course, we know thrift stores are, those can be hit or miss, but sometimes you can find some really great things. And then don't be afraid to be the one in your family to suggest drawing names. If you have a large family and you don't feel like you can buy for everyone, be like, hey guys, this year, the budget's really tight. Do you think we could put names in and I'll draw names out? It's a great way for kids. It's a great way for adults. Don't be shy to be the one to bring that up, because I can guarantee that everyone else is going to love that idea also. What I'm about to say is probably going to cause some controversy, but you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this, because I honestly think that this comes from a place of good and not from it's like a taboo subject. I say don't be afraid to re-gift And what I mean by that, obviously you're not giving the gift back to the person that gave it to you, but a lot of times we get gifts that are really nice and the person had such kind intentions and you loved receiving the gift, but you're never actually using it. So I suggest if you're never using it and it's just sitting there in your home, give it to someone else who you think would actually use it. Now, if it wasn't a good gift to begin with and no one's going to use it, don't do that. But if it's just a really great gift that you're not utilizing, don't be afraid to re-gift it. I don't feel like that is bad. One, that person's never even gonna know, most likely. Two, it saves on clutter that comes into your home, saves you money, and can bring someone else joy. This is kind of a no-brainer again to me also, but don't buy babies and toddlers elaborate gifts. They grow so fast. Buy them, if you're wanting to get them something new and a toy that they would enjoy, then we don't need to spend a lot. I mean, seriously, kids are more entertained by a remote, a spatula, and a box than they are what we want to buy them. So save your dollars. It's just, maybe you want to be that grandparent that's like, oh, I want to get my grandbaby this. And we don't need to spend hundreds of dollars. It's just kids grow so fast. So keep that in mind, save your dollars, and then maybe you can get them something when they're older that they would really appreciate. Because as a baby and a toddler, they're not going to appreciate that. And most likely their mom and dad are not expecting you to do those type of things. So keep that in mind. As we all know, food is very expensive right now. Going to the grocery store can break the bank. So I highly recommend this holiday season that you do potluck. Do not feel like that you need to provide dinner for everyone. Yes, usually you host Christmas dinner, but you know what? Have family members bring a side dish. Make sure they bring a dessert. Maybe they bring an appetizer and you make the main course and a side and a dessert, and you have others fill in and bring the rest. Really saves on the budget. It helps spread it out so all the responsibility is not on one person. Not only does it save you money, it'll also save you time and stress. So definitely go the potluck route this year. One of the most asked questions that I get is how to refresh old decor, Christmas decor, and make it look new, or how to use what you already have and make it look new. I will have a video coming out because I feel like that's so important. The majority of the time, almost all of us use the same Christmas decor over and over, and maybe we get a few new little pieces here and there. I was talking about that earlier in a video to help make things look fresh. But we're going to talk about how you can completely change over one thing to make it actually look like something else and those type of things, because I think that is the number one money saver on Christmas decor, is reusing what you have, and just using it in a new way to help Christmas feel fun and fresh and feel like you did do something different and make it look like you spent a lot of money but you didn't. So be on the lookout for those. All right, I hope this gets your mind thinking and get ready to plan for Christmas. We have so many fun things coming up. I think we're going to start right off the bat, and this next week will be a gift video. It's going to be a DIY. We're going to be doing it for neighbors and friends and that type of thing. Stuff that you can whip up really quick, not spend a lot of money, but also package really nicely to look good. All right, I feel like we're about to start having lots of fun here as we kick off the holiday season. So we'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye-bye.